Hello, buddy. Welcome to the Freelance Writer's Guide. Today, we're talking about Upwork, specifically how to get more clients on Upwork. If you're new here, hello. My name is Colleen Welsch. I'm a freelance copywriter with 6 years of experience freelancing and 10 years of experience copywriting. That's Peaches. And she's chewing on a bone right now, so if you hear that sound in the background, deal with it. And if you're not new here, welcome back, buddy. Cool, let's hang. So I've talked about the Upwork pyramid in another video, this one on how I make $200 an hour as a freelancer. Basically, you can think of Upwork as a little triangle. Oh, I'll just draw a little picture. That's not a very good triangle, Colleen. This is a pyramid. So down here at the bottom of the pyramid, the highest number of the freelancers on Upwork would fall into this bottom of the pyramid. So these are people who have low skills, low experience, and accept low rates. And like, that's fine. Some clients are really looking for that. They don't need someone who has like really developed skills to work on particular projects. For example, if it's something very simple like data entry, or I don't want to like trash anyone's like stuff that they do, but something that's just like simple and can easily be taught and communicated to someone how to do it. Your basic like paperwork kind of stuff, admin stuff, simple, easy, straightforward tasks that would fall into the bottom of the pyramid. Your medium is people who have a little bit more experience and some more specialized skills, and they get paid medium rates for that. And then at the top is Upwork has like a top rated pro plus program that's like now has like an additional level above it. I'm in that level right now. That is people who have specialized skills, a lot of experience, and charge very high rates. For example, on Upwork, my rate is $200. I think it's more than that. It is more than that because of Upwork's fees. They charge 20% in fees, by the way. If you are brand new to Upwork, the goal is to get you out of this bottom level of the pyramid as fast as possible. I think that there's a lot of confusion about that. People hear low experience / skills and they're like, well, I don't have any experience, so I'm gonna have to be there forever getting experience. I can't get any jobs because I don't have any experience. And what do I do? Okay. Listen, I said experience / skills. So you're just going to level up your skills, develop some more specialized skills, and that will help you get to the middle of the pyramid. We'll get more into that later. To get out of the bottom of the pyramid, there's 3 things you need to do. 1, narrow down a niche. I know people hate this advice, but you really should narrow down a niche on Upwork and in general as a freelancer, because it allows you to build expertise, build up those skills so that you can get to the middle of the pyramid. For example, a lot of people are just like, I'm just gonna do whatever people are paying for. And they're doing all kinds of different jobs and they never really get good at any of them, and they might get poor feedback, so that's gonna make it more difficult for them to get jobs. That's not what you want. Just pick one thing: graphic design, copywriting, content writing. Peaches. No, don't pick Peaches. She's like chewing on this. Lead gen, social media. Like, just pick something that's gonna allow you to get good at that one thing. So then you're going to build up your skills / knowledge in whatever your niche is. But don't use this as procrastination, because I know some people will just spend the rest of their lives building up those skills before getting on Upwork or taking those skills to Upwork. Set a time limit on it. I would say 60 days is long enough to like really teach yourself something well enough that someone would pay you to do it. The third thing you're gonna do is put together your portfolio pieces, so you can't just be like, hey, hire me, without any examples of the type of work that you can do. If you are already employed or you've already done work in this field, then just gather some relevant work and you can throw that up on your profile, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. If you've never worked with any kind of clients and you've never done any kind of work in this field, which by the way, that could also include like school projects or volunteer work or like something you did for your band, or it doesn't have to be in a professional setting really, as long as it like looks good. So if you don't have anything like that, you can just make projects on spec. So you're just going to pretend that you're working with a client. You can choose a real client and just do a make-believe project for them, and then you're gonna add that to your profile. This is called making samples on spec, and you're allowed to do it. You're allowed to do it. Just you have to say somewhere that it's a sample or it's on spec. And take this as an opportunity to learn, practice, and improve. Like you're gonna get to try the service that you wanna offer a few times before actually working with a client. So you can hopefully get a little bit better at it. Okay, so that's my strategy for getting out of the bottom of the pyramid, but let's talk specifically about how to get more clients on Upwork. First, you're going to build your profile or optimize your existing profile. Make sure you have a nice professional profile picture with your smiling face. That's not for everyone. Like, I just want to be sensitive of different business cultures around the world. But I'm assuming if you're watching this, you're kind of interested in having more American clients hire you. Usually in the US, like when we take a headshot, we smile. So you want to smile in your picture and you want it to be well lit and you want to like look nice. You don't have to wear a suit or anything, but like, you know, put on a clean shirt and don't use a lot of filters, please. Oh my God. Okay, and then you're going to write a headline for your profile and you're gonna include your niche in that. So it's super specific and people know exactly what you're doing, because when you apply to a job, all they see is your picture, your headline, and the rate that you're offering, and like the first line or two of your proposal. So that's all you have to win over clients. That's it. That's all you have. And then if they're interested in that, then they can click into this profile that we're talking now. Under your headline, there's a text area, the overview. So this is where you should showcase your skills and experience. If you don't have a lot of skills or experience, talk about your passion and determination and, you know, reliability. Another thing that I never see people doing, but I did this and it really helped when I was first getting started on the platform, is I got testimonials from clients or employers that weren't on the platform. And that can be as easy as asking your work wife to like make a little testimonial about working with you. Yeah, it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Also, you want to include relevant keywords, so talking about your niche and the industry that you work in, you know, the kinds of projects that you work on, those all need to be included in the overview. Then you're going to add your portfolio pieces, and Upwork allows you to add documents, images, videos, and audio, and it doesn't have to be something that you worked on Upwork. It can be anything. So you are gonna either take your things that you gathered before, or you're going to upload your spec pieces here. And then for each portfolio piece, just explain what the project was, what your goal was, what your methodology was. More content is always good. And then besides that, like add literally every piece of optional content that Upwork allows to have on your profile. So like get it verified. Add a video introduction. That's a new thing they just added. You can add certifications, add skills. So that's your profile. Let's talk about bidding, like bidding on projects. You want to be strategic here because you only get a certain number of connects per month and you don't want to waste them. Don't just apply to every job that you come across. Like stick to your niche and the services that you're offering, the things that your profile is optimized for. You should be applying to jobs like this. A lot of times people go on Upwork and they see how many proposals have already been submitted for a job and it's like 50 and they're like, well, I don't have a chance. If the job was posted within the last 2 days, you have a better chance than you might think, because like I said, Upwork is a pyramid, okay? There's a bunch of people in this bottom. There's a lot of people applying to jobs that have no business applying for that job, honestly. Like I recently posted a job for a subcontractor for a couple of blog posts, and I was like so specific about what I was looking for. And I even said like, if you don't have extensive experience in this, because it was something that like you really needed a very specific expertise to write this content. I was like, don't apply. And you know what? Like 90 people applied for it and 2 of them were qualified. It was really hard to hire for that role. So just so you know that there are clients out on Upwork struggling. So don't worry about that too much. It's more important that the job was posted recently. So don't spend a lot of time like going on Upwork and going like back into the archive. I would say if it's been more than 48 hours, it's not really worth applying to. Read the job description very carefully, because sometimes clients have like little sneaky things that they throw in there to try to trick you to make sure that you actually read the whole thing. They might be like, include the phrase purple elephant in your proposal, so I know that you read this description. So you better include purple elephant. Also, make sure you include relevant samples from your portfolio, and I would go a step further than just having like, here's my portfolio. I would be like, look at this specific thing that is very similar to what you're looking for. I think that helps. And this is the most important part. Listen, be unique with the first 2 sentences of your proposal, because I'm telling you, that's all they see. That's all they see. They're gonna make a judgment call based on your face, your name, your rate, and those 2 lines. Really go out of the way and don't be like, I reviewed your requirements for insert job title here and I can help you. Like, that's boring. Spice it up. I hired someone because they were like, I eat client lead lists for breakfast. And I was like, cool. I'm an Aquarius though, so take that with a grain of salt. And then finally, you would think this goes without saying, but like, you have to provide excellent service. You gotta get that 5-star review. You gotta get that testimonial. First of all, you should always schedule a video call with clients if you can. Some things, it's not really necessary, but if it's something that you could turn into a long-term relationship, you need to build that relationship. It's all about relationships. So get on a call with them, talk it out, figure out all the details you need to work on the project. If you have more questions once you're working on the project, ask, because it's better to get clarification than to do the whole project wrong the first time you do it, because then you're gonna have to do it again. So just ask as many questions as you need to and don't feel stupid about it, because communication is really important. Also, on the subject of communication, you gotta communicate your boundaries. Like, let them know what your working hours are. Like, if you are done at 4 p.m. every day, you need to let them know that so that they know. And it's very important to meet deadlines. Like, if they're, especially if they're counting on you for something, if you can't meet the deadline, you need to communicate that as quickly as possible. If something happens, but people are counting on you, you might be really shocked by this, but like, freelancers ghost clients and don't meet deadlines like all the time. I can't tell you like how many times I've asked someone to do something and they did it and it was just like so subpar. I just had to accept it because like I was in a time crunch, but no, I didn't work with them again. That is to say, this is specifically for freelance writers and freelance copywriters. There are a lot of bad writers out there, a lot of bad writers. And most of the people that are applying these jobs are bad writers, because writing is like one of those things where you can get really good grades in it in school, but still be really bad at it. And no one will ever tell you, and you would never know. And you'd be like, well, I got good grades in it in school. I feel like I'm like really discouraging people who want to be writers now. I guess you'll know when you get out there. But I find it really difficult to find quality writers. It's really hard. So yeah, do a good job. Do the best you can. You also have to understand that not every client is going to be a good fit for you. You're not going to be a good fit for every client, so don't beat yourself up about it if it doesn't work out with a client. Hopefully they still give you a good review, but it's not the end of the world, and you're not going to turn every client into a long-term client. But if you want to make more money, you should watch this video, because it is important, and that is, I feel, the secret to making a good living as a freelancer is having just a lot of long-term clients, or not even a lot, just a couple. I hope that this was helpful. Drop a comment with your questions and I will answer them. I try to get back to everyone unless the comment is really weird and I don't understand it, and then I don't answer it. Sorry that this was such like a short, quick video. I'm trying to get to a place where I'm able to upload every week, but you know, YouTube is a lot of work, obviously, and I have 2 other businesses happening. I'm doing my best. Right now, I'm dedicating Mondays and Fridays to YouTube. So yeah, I hope that you found that helpful. I would love to hear about other people's experiences with Upwork too. It gets such a bad rap, but like I've like earned like over $100,000 on Upwork, and that's like where huge clients hang out. Like I worked with Cody, so all the stuff I did with like Marc Jacobs and Gucci and Chloe, Calvin Klein, that was all from Cody. I got that through Upwork. Like the P&G stuff was from Upwork. So Gillette, Olay. I worked with Milani through Upwork. So really big clients are on there. And if you never get on there, you're never gonna have those same opportunities. I mean, you might, but I think it gets written off too easily. It can be a really good way to get clients if you play the game right. Okay, have an amazing day. If you like this video, subscribe. I have lots more videos like this. Also, I have a course. I'll link it below. It's about the business of freelance writing. I also do one-on-one coaching if you're interested in such a thing. If not, also cool. Okay, bye. Watch for deer. You are being very naughty. I'm gonna kick you out of this room. There. The old vacuum in the doorway. If you know, you know.